Thank you very much, our dear negators. You came here and said Lucky Dube was assassinated and he was a terrorist. Lucky Dube was not a terrorist. He was a musician and a living prophet. Thank you. And you came here and started saying Gaddafi aimed at creating gold, gold money, and the rest of it. You really lack information about Gaddafi. Now, let me break it down. Gaddafi, the president of Libya. Now, Gaddafi, the president of Libya, through President Ronald Reagan, supported the killing of Gaddafi for his acts towards terrorism, in Egypt, in Europe. Gaddafi's acts in Europe was way more bigger than what his impact is now. What is remaining in Libya is political wrangles. What Gaddafi was going to do, yes?
We bring in Lucky Dube because it was also an assassination. Assassination is the killing of a prominent figure in the environment. Lucky Dube wasn't a terrorist, and next you spoke of Gaddafi, his terrorist acts. Can you list his terrorist acts that he was doing in America?
I remember us saying that we are dealing with terrorism, and I don't remember at any one point Lucky Dube becoming a terrorist in this world. Thank you so much. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, back to the point. Now we are dealing with the criminals. Now, the US, through allies with the US allies with Israel to get full information about Sulaiman. Now, Sulaiman was the second most powerful person in Iraq. Sulaiman had caused a lot of suffering. When we eliminate such leaders like Sulaiman, we have peace reigning in this world. Assassination brings justice. Remove the head and let the tail prevail with the order. The international law states, the international law allows for action of this kind, in this case I mean assassination. The international law allows for action of this kind in order to preempt an imminent outlook. We had to act fast to this because the Israel had to send a package to USA. That's why we had to break it down by finding solutions through the Shia militaries like Iran, Lebanon, including Yemen itself. That's why assassinations against the Prime Minister of Lebanon, Habib Rafiki, was done because of such allies. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ever seen the assassination of Sulaiman. Have you heard of any cases concerning terrorism acts in Iran? Have you heard of any wars occurring, the bombing? The Iranians and the Iraqs apologized through their Iranians that actually the missile they tried to provoke after that means they are aiming at peace. They are aiming at reconciliation with Trump. And reconciliation is what we want through assassination. Assassinate these people so that they are able to bring down the peace in this world. Ladies and gentlemen, peace being reigned at its peak. We are looking at people like Patrice Lumumba, who was assassinated. Right now we can look at the status of DRC. The economic stability, the people were being oppressed by these dictators. Going back into Iran, the Yemens. Thank you so much. I'd love to conclude. Taking someone who looks like Hitler would be the best option. I rest my case.
Resolved. My name is Opakrot Byron Peter from Lakeside College, Luzira. A farmer came and said that when you assassinate, you're reducing on terrorism. But allow me to inform you that immediately after this, the Iranian supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, responded with a missile attack on 2 Iraq bases housing US troops on January 8th. Allow me to inform you that when you're saying this is ending terrorism, you cannot say that it is going to reduce, yet immediately after, not even after 5 days, it already terrorism is already occurring. So you cannot say you're going to come up and reduce, instead you're increasing when you're killing. That's what has happened. So you cannot come up and say that. And also, we elaborated on Gaddafi. As you say that Gaddafi had aims, allow me to inform you that you did not clarify on the type of assassination that you're supposed to use. So we have to, vary from every side to side, and we take examples of assassination. We clearly gave you that we are taking political assassination. You did not clarify on the type of assassination you're taking. So you have no right to limit us on giving example. And we also elaborated on Lucky Dube. Allow me to inform you that what happened to Lucky Dube, it was an assassination. He was not a terrorist. So you only want to say that what should be done to these people, only terrorists should be killed. That was an assassination. Lucky Dube was assassinated. He was not a terrorist. So you cannot come and limit us.
POI.
Denied. You cannot come and limit us to that. I would like to clearly take you through my points of argument about assassination. We, as the negators today, instead of using assassination, we are saying no, let us use digital diplomacy as a way, but not assassination. We are going to use digital diplomacy to inform you how best we can use this. And these are my points denied. These are my points of argument. Assassination, on the bad side of assassination, it leads to military retaliation. It also promotes terrorism, violates international human rights law, and also collapse of peace. First of all, according to BBC.com, Soleiman's killings marks a major exclamation of tension between Washington and Tehran. Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei said severe revenge awaits the terrorists, awaits the criminals behind the attack. He also announced a three-day of national mourning. And he also quoted that Soleiman was a heroic figure to his people. So you cannot come and say that assassination is good, yet you're killing a hero to a certain country. Better ask or seek before you do so. That's why we are saying we are going to use deny. That's why we are saying we are going to come up and we are going to use digital diplomacy to view the bad thing that he has been doing in order to make sure that you spare his life, but you give him a warning. Do not assassinate. Use the means of the modern world, the modern digital diplomacy, the modern digital gadgets we have in order to solve the problem. As I conclude, allow me to tell you that in order of assassinating, dear farmers, let us all join us together and we come up and we make digital diplomacy as our major thing. Let us stop assassination. Because when you use digital diplomacy, you are going to carry out surveys, investigation through the use of the satellites, and you will know whatever is happening. So that to avoid any terrorism that is going to happen, you first warn them. But when they fail, you instead give them a punishment. Spare the life, but save the life of the people. I hereby